Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Harika. So as you all know that there is a series called Smart Hacks on my channel. If you don't know, please go check it out because that has a lot of small hacks which will be so smart for you to include into your projects. So whether it can be string manipulations, whether if you wanted to delete a double quotes from your string. So basically that which will be a little tricky, which cannot be worked in a normal way which we usually tend to do. But by using the smart hacks, you can save a lot of time and you can utilize that workflows into your automations. So that's the agenda of smart hacks. So today I have come up with one more video which took a little time for me to establish the solution for it. So which if I keep it out over here, if anyone else who is on the same page working like me and facing issue with this kind of scenario can easily solve their solutions. So now, let's say if there is, what is the demo that I'm going to give you today? I'm going to give a quick glimpse of it before I actually go ahead and give you the solution. So let's say there is a HTML element. If you wanted to change values into the HTML elements dynamically, how do we do that? And this varies generally with respect to the table. So if there is a table, the structure of it would be different. And if it's a normal HTML element, the structure of it different. So I would show both the scenarios and how it differs and why we have to take different approaches. So that's the agenda that I'm going to place in today's video. So by end of this video, you would understand whatever the type of the HTML may be, it may be, you can definitely land onto the solution by passing the values dynamically onto the HTML element, right? Clear? So now let me go ahead and show you the different formats of HTML elements that we are going to see in this video and what is solution that we can land, okay? So firstly, okay, so let's say this is a normal HTML element that I'm going to show you. So let's say if this is HTML text, I'm going to copy this, which will show my first heading and also this. But if you ask me where you will use this and all such questions, so what I would say is, so let's say there is a text, okay? If you wanted to send a text into the email, so I'm going to put it in this way. Hi, maybe some particular name or hi team. The automation has executed successfully. Okay, successfully, and it processed 100 records, out of which 5 business exceptions and 4 application exceptions. Okay, and say regards automation team. Okay, so in this whole text, okay, only this value and this value are going to change every time, but rest remains same, right? So let's say if I wanted to send this in the email body, so how would I do that? The format remains the same. Okay, so I'm going to copy this whole thing. Okay, and if you see here, I'm going to put it as a text. Okay, so I'm going to take, either you can put it as a text or you can take it as a text file also. Okay, so if I take it as a text file, okay, so I'm having a, okay, let me delete this and put that over here. And these values should be static all the time, right? So what you have to do here is to make this values a static. I'm gonna show you. First thing is, let me read this, okay? So I'm gonna create a workflow. Okay. So I'm going to read that text file. So we all know we have read text file activity. Just pull that inside and read that text. I'm having it in text copy. Okay. And the output of this is also a string. So create a string here. Text. Okay. So I have created a variable. So now when I run this, so if I'll just put a log to show you what comes in the output. Okay, so if I put str text, okay, so if I put str text here, so let me debug this and I'll show you what comes in the output here in the str text. And how we should modify it is the next step. Okay, it's compiling. And we can see the output is as it is, whatever we have seen given in the text file. But now I wanted to make the changes here dynamically. Okay, maybe that can be coming from an output report, or that can be coming from the database, or that can be coming from a queue. Okay, that can be from anything, whatever your input can be. Those values should be changing dynamically. So how can I do that? Let's take and assign, or what can I do? Firstly, what you have to do is you have to make changes in the text file. Okay, so let's go over here and in the text file. Okay, so here what you can do is these values, you have to put it like this. This is the 0th position you want the value from. This is the first position, and this is the second position. Okay, so if you change the values like this, and now you have to assign the values into that positions. Okay, so how you can do that? There is a function called format. For string, there's a function called format. So into that you have to provide your input. So what is the input? First, your whole string. So what is the whole string? We have got the whole string from here, right? This is the whole string. So inside that whole string, str text, okay, I wanted to pass 3 objects. Okay, so if you see here, parameter objects as parameter array as objects. So you have to pass 3 objects. So what is the first object? Total processed. So total process, let's say I wanted to put 100. Okay, and what are the total business exceptions? So business exceptions, I will say 8. And what are the application exception? I will say 1. Okay, that's it. You have to put all of them. That means we are saying, okay, we are formatting the string. So what is the string? This whole text, whatever is there in the text file. And these are the 3 values that we are passing into the placeholders. Okay, that's it. Now I'm debugging the file. If you see the output, hi team, the automation has executed successfully. It processed 100 records, out of which 8 business exception and 1 application exception. Perfect, right? So this is how you can. But tell me, you wanted to keep this whole thing as it is, like this space and all, this much space we cannot utilize. So let's include HTML here. Okay, so what I can do is in this text file, okay, instead of this, the spaces and all, these are not coming up as expected, right? So there is no, the space is coming up. If you see, the text file is like this, but the output is not having proper breaks, or new lines is not coming up. So what I would do is I will change this to a HTML. So I'm going to introduce a break tag here and one more break tag here. Okay, and okay, so one line space, and after that here, one line, one more line. Okay, and here I'll keep one line. This is a break tag. That means you are breaking that particular line into a new line. Okay, so now let's execute this and see what will be the difference coming up. Okay, done. Okay, so basically this works when you put this into the HTML format. Okay, so let's say if you wanted to send a mail, okay, we know, right, in this send Outlook mail message. So if you use this, and to the properties, if you check, Okay, is there is body HTML. So if you check this property, this is gonna work for your mails. Okay, so otherwise the text looks similar like this. Okay, so what you can do, you can send the same body here, which is, let me pull that here and copy this whole thing and put it here. Okay, so if I send the same body here by enabling is body HTML and to, okay, subject, I'll keep it as test. Okay, so in this way it will work. Okay, so I don't have my Outlook installed on this machine, so I don't think it will work. And let me give it a try. So it will not work, it will fail after the timeout. So I don't have an Outlook installed on this machine, but yeah, maybe once after I have my Outlook installed, I can show you this example completely. But I hope if you are having this scenario, then you can solve it by using this way. Okay, so next, let's go to the next one, which is, give me a moment. Okay, so which is this part. Okay, so basically if you are having something of what is this coming up on my page? Okay, nice. So if you're having something of this sort, you can resolve it out by using this solution. But if you're having something of this sort, you cannot use the same solution, okay? Because this already has a curly braces. This will break the existing ones and it will not give you the right resolution. So if you see here, I have used that already. Let me put this in the, I'll create one workflow for that also. Okay. So now what I'm going to show here is, so let's say I'm having a, let me copy this one. Okay. I'm going to copy this whole table. So the idea is you should have this much information into your table. So these are the different rows. Okay. So let's say if I take off this row information, why this is not. So if I take off this row information, I'll keep only 2 rows. Okay, till here, and I'll run it. I'll get only 2 rows, right? So these 2 rows should be dynamically changing for me all the time. So how can I do that? Let me go back and save this in a work text file. The similar procedure, nothing different. I'm gonna create a work file, text file saying table. Okay. Okay. So if you see here, these values, whatever are coming up here, right? The row values, these values should be changing for me. I want these values should change. So similarly, like what I have done with the string manipulations, I tend to do the same thing, but I will show you how this differs. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show how this will be differing. This is fourth and this is fifth. Okay, done. So I have kept everything same. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this table. So for that, I will take a new workflow. Okay, this is table. So I'm going to use read text file and choose this text file, which is table, right? And this contains the output. Let's make it as str text. Okay, done. Same things. Now I'll put a log message. Okay. And I will say that str text. Okay, so first I should take the format, right? String dot format. And what is the value str text? str text. And what is the values that I have to pass here? So let's say that is a company, right? I'll say UiPath, and maybe again I'll give the same company. Okay, I want everywhere to come up as UiPath for the first table, and the second table I want AA. Okay, okay, cool. Right. So now I will run this workflow and we will see what happens with this. So we have followed the same procedure what we have done with the earlier HTML also. But if you see, input string was not in the correct format, error is coming up, right? So why this error is coming up? Because so this root cause for this error is, if you see in the HTML that we are using now has the curly braces already. Okay, so when you're trying to change this, this is not happening. This is not happening because there are curly braces already. So it's conflicting with the existing one. So what we have to do here is, here you keep some variable. It can be anything. It can be replace, or it can be placeholder, or it can be anything. Okay, just I am replacing it with the replace. Okay, so I'm just changing this to like this. And what I will do now is I will use string manipulation. Okay, because this curls or the issue here because of the existing table format being the same. Okay, so replace 5. So this is done. I have changed the format. So now what I have to do, instead of using the string dot format, I have to use a separate functionality of the string. So what is that? I should use, we know the string manipulations, right? We have replace function. So I'm gonna replace that string. So wherever there is replace of 0, right? Replace of 0 is there. There I'm gonna replace it with UiPath. Okay. And whatever the output that we get, right? From that I'm gonna replace again. Okay. Performing replace on the output of first manipulation. So what is the output of the first one? We will have the replace 0 eliminated and placed with UiPath. And we still have replace 1, right? Replace 1, and I'm gonna do it with, replace it with UiPath. Similar thing, same formula apply here. Replace 2, okay? UiPath, same thing. Replace 3. Okay. So this is how you can do. Let me quickly finish up the rest part and I can run the demo and show to you. Replace 5. Okay, that's it. So now this should work. Okay, execution has done. So if you see here, UiPath, 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 A. So nice. This is how you can change the values, or you can pass the values dynamically into the table. This is one hack. Okay, so if at all you know better than something better solution than this, you can just surely let me know in the solution in the comments. So whoever watches this video will have a chance to look at the comments and see if there are better solutions that they can apply for their issues. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed and found something useful. So if so, please do like the videos and also subscribe to my channel for more content. And also I'll see you with a new concept and new video next time. So to not miss any of such videos, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.